Okay, so we're going to do the last question on page 28. In this case, this trinomial is a bit big, but I can still use decomposition to solve for it. However, to make my life easier, I think I'm going to try to make it smaller by pulling out or dividing out a greatest common factor, because I do notice that there is one in there. So before every question that you do, I would advise, for example, we gave you a polynomial or a trinomial question, and we don't tell you how to solve it. So you could use difference of squares, you can use a perfect square, or you can use decomposition. It depends on what the equation is or what the polynomial is. So in this case, if I gave you this question, I told you not to use decomposition or use any method that you feel would work, what I would always advise is to always try to find the greatest common factor first, if there is one. And in this case, there is one. So I'm going to divide out at 2. And what I should have left would be 5x squared minus 22xy minus 15y squared. And now that I'm at this step, I want to find my product. So my product would be two numbers. Hold on. First, let's determine my product. So it would be 5 times negative 15 equals negative 75. Okay, so my product would be negative 75. So two numbers that multiply to negative 75. And my sum would be my middle term, which is 22. And two numbers that also add up to positive 22. So in this case, I myself, if I don't want to do this in my head, I would start listing numbers that can multiply to make to negative 75 and add up together to make negative 22. Sorry, this would be negative 22. So two numbers that multiply to get negative 75 and two numbers that add together to get negative 22. I'm going to try 1 times 75. Oh, sorry, 1 times negative 75. And let's try, I guess we can do, does 2 work? No. Well, we can try 3. Yeah, 3 times negative 25. And let's just start with those. And then we'll keep finding more if we need more. I think another one could be like 5 times negative 15 or whatnot. Anyways, all these numbers multiply together to get negative 75. However, they have to also add up together to get negative 22. So let's see if 1 plus negative 75 would work. That would get me negative 74, so that won't work. Okay, 3 plus negative 25. Okay, that got me negative 22. So these two numbers work. So 3 plus negative 25 adds up to negative 22, and they multiply together to get negative 75. So they work. So now I rewrite my equation, 5x squared. And remember, it doesn't matter if I put 3 first or negative 25 first. I'm just going to put the 3 first. 3xy minus 25xy minus 15y squared. From here, I want to consider the first two terms and the last two terms and try to find a greatest common factor. In this case, a greatest common factor would be x. So I should be left with 5x plus 3y. And then for my second one, a greatest common factor would be negative 5y. So what I should have left inside would be 5x plus 3y, because I pulled out two negatives to get the negative 5y. Now I notice that 5x plus 3y is common, so I would rewrite this as 5x plus 3y and x minus 5y. And I guess I can get rid of some additional brackets, and instead I would have 2 5x plus 3y, x minus 5y.